Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, you're welcome. If you are an old subscriber, you're welcome. Please kindly subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button in order to get notified whenever I post a new video. Now, this is the materials we are going to use. These are the materials. This is our mold. This is nylon. This is our velcro net. This is our feathers, measuring tape. Let me keep this aside because these are not molded fascinator. This is my mat and this is crinoline. You can see the difference between the both of them. So just hold on because I'm still going to show you the full form of this. This is our square. This is scissors, brooch, Alice band, cutter for cutting wire. Okay, can you see it? So this is the wire we are going to make use of. This is our Vaseline or any cream. This is our stiffener. Okay, needle and thread. We'll be needing it as well. Now let's start. Remember, this is our mat, princess mat, and this is crinoline. You can see this crinoline is stronger than the mat. You can see the difference between the both of them. Now this is our mold. So this is the nylon I'll be wrapping it with, and this is the Vaseline. So this is my Alice band. So this is the measure material I'll be starting with from now. Just watch as I start. So I'll be wrapping this mold inside this nylon. Make sure you wrap it very well. So I'll apply my Vaseline or any other cream you have. The cream I'm applying on it is Passion. So with my measuring tape, I'll take it around this way to, this is 14 inches. In order to know the measurement of the princess mat I'll be using. So it is 14 inches that I'll use. So I'll cut out with my scissors. Okay, remember it's in two parts. The 14 inches is in two parts. Take note of it. So I'll put it this way and use my pin to take it down. I don't know if I mentioned this thumb pin when I started measuring the materials needed. It's one of the things we'll be using. You can see up, down, left and right. That's the first part you need to do first before you start taking these places down. So you make sure it is taken down properly. You can see the way I'm doing it so that it comes out very well. This is the reason why I am doing it this way. You can see the way it is going. Make sure you press down and that it comes down properly. You can see the way I'm holding it down. You can see how smooth the back is. So I am done. You can see the way it is. So I'll start using my stiffener. I've poured a little stiffener and I'll put a little water inside and I'll mix it with my hand and I'll start rubbing it on this way. So make sure you apply this generously. You apply and you still apply under it. Make sure it goes round very well and make sure it goes inside. Be pressing it down with your hand, with the tip of your finger very well. So after that, I just want to use this my brush to make sure it goes inside. I'm just hitting it on it so that it goes in properly because it is two mats that I used in order for it to be thick. So you can see the way I'm using it around here like this. So I'll take this under the sun to dry. Then I'll bring out my cinnamon. This one now is cinnamon. My cinnamon, I'll take the measurement I'll be using, like 17 inches. This is cinnamon that have been cut in a bias form. Can you see how it is in a triangular form like this? So it stretches. So I just want to form a leaf with it. I've already cut small. Let me just measure to know the middle so that everything will be equal. You can see I'm just trying to know my middle. So this leaf will be equal up and down. That's why I just did that cross like that. So I'm just using my scissors to form a leaf. You can see what I'm doing. So I've taken this down so that I'll know the middle, where to form the triangular shape from up of the leaf. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. Just follow this tutorial step by step and you get what I am actually doing. You can see the way it is. So if it's not smooth, you can use your scissors to make it very smooth, like a leaf. So you can see the way it is. There is nothing so difficult about this. So just trim it out and be sure it is the way you want it to be. So as it is like this, I want to put in my fishing line inside the needle. You can use your thread as well, your thread and needle if you don't have fishing line. So it all depends on what you want to use. So I'm just tying it like a thread, the way you tie thread now when you put it inside needle. Okay, so I'll get my wire, flexible wire. Take note of it. You can see where I put it at the middle here. That is where I started from. So I'll start sewing. I'll start sewing. Just watch the way I'm sewing. So it is like a tight sewing, as if you are tightening it. Sew it this way. You can see the way I'm sewing it, right? So that this hot wire sticks together with this cinnamon very well. So I'll keep sewing. Make sure it comes out very well as you are sewing. So if I get to this place, I'll do it this way. And I'll continue sewing. You can see the way I folded it when I got to the up of this. You keep sewing. So you can see I am done with my sewing. I hope you understand how everything went. So the next step is to cover up with my bias. I hope I mentioned this bias as one of the materials before we started. So I'll be rubbing my gum, my UHN gum, and allow it to dry a bit so that it can stick, because this gum does not really stick when it is wet. Allow it to gum a bit for like 15 seconds. So you start using it to cover up these edges properly. So just cover up until you get to that end. Okay, so you cut out the excess bias. So you bring out your cinnamon and can say measure 3 inches, but 3 inches is not the best for it. You can use 2 inches, because if you use 3 inches it will come out very big. I later readjusted it. 2 inches is okay, but watch what this 3 inches will do as well. It will make the edge to be big, but if you use 2 inches, believe me, it will be smaller the way you like it. But see what the 3 inches will give us. I used 3 inches for another, I used 2 inches for another one. So it all depends on the one you like. If you like it big or you like it small. So I'll be folding in this way. You can see what I'm doing, like a bias. I've folded in you fold in this other one in like bias. You can see what I'm doing. It's 3 inches width that I used, but you can use 2 inches width, because I'm using it to cover up this edges. So I'll cut out the excess cinnamon and show you the way I want it to go. So you apply your gum and use this to cover up until you get to this place. You measure out this place to be sure of what you use as well. So I've covered up this other place as well, just the way I did. So this is 3 inches width of the stuff I use and covering. You can see the way it looks like. Now my molded princess mat is dry already, so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to remove it. So I'll cut out the excess princess mat. Make sure it is cut out properly. You can see I just measured the round of that to know the measurement for the hard wire I'll use. So I'll use that measurement plus 1. 25 plus 1 is 26. So I'll just put it inside this way to know the way it can sit properly. So with it this way, you can see the way it is. So I'll bring it out that way, you can see, and I will use thread to tie it. Just try as much as you can to tie it with your thread. Okay, when you're done tying, you cut out the excess thread. So put it inside this molded princess mat. So just you can use gum to dry. After drying, you use your bias to cover it up. You apply your gum and cover it up as well. So the next step is to put this 2 feathers. You can use so many feathers depending on what you want, how big you want it to look. If you don't want it to look scanty, you buy more feathers. So I'll be putting my needle and thread from under to this middle of this cap. So I'll start sewing it together with this. You can put your gum before you start sewing, depending on what you want. But believe me, putting your gum will make it stronger before you start sewing together. I'm just doing this video as an illustration of how to make this design so that you will know. So as I told you, you can apply your gum before you start. You can see how I'm applying mine under. So it's best for you to apply it before you start, okay? So I want it to be strong. So after sewing that, and you are sure that what you've sewn is strong, you just form your design with this first one this way. This design, I made it two. The other one is 14 inches long before I cut into triangular form. Why this first one is 17 inches long before I cut it into triangular form. You can remember the one you didn't see me do is the second one, this one, which is 14 inches long before I started cutting it into triangular form. So just make sure it is tight as well. You can as well put your gum before you start sewing so that it will make it stronger. So it all boils down to what you want. So I'll put this second one and I'll sew. So you keep sewing. Make sure you sew as many times as possible so that it will be strong. So you can apply your gum as well, just a little gum, so that it can stick together properly. So I just want to use this to make sure it sits together with the needle and thread properly. You can as well put the gum before you start sewing. So it all boils down to what you want. You can see the way I'm forming this design this way. So all this depends on what you want, okay? So this is it. I forgot to put this design. It would have been the first thing to put, this bird cage net. So it's not late as well. You can just wrap it around and use your needle and thread to secure it. So there's nothing so difficult about it. Make sure it goes round. You use your needle and thread to secure it. Now this design, this 2 inches crinoline width, I'll fold it this way in a bias form as well. This is cinnamon that I'm using. It's cinnamon that is strong like this. So I'll fold it in a bias form and I'll fold it this way into two, this way, you can see. So I'll cut out the excess one that is not coming out very well. So I'll roll it this way. So it's together with this. So you can roll it on top of this place where the gum is showing, or you sew with your needle and thread before fixing it. So I'll be forming my design first. Make sure it sits properly and this edges does not show outside. So I've rolled to what I want, and I'll sew I sew it severally. So it's sew severally. I went off camera and sewed it severally. So after that, you attach it to your fascinator. So just with your needle and thread, just attach it there. So you sew it severally as well to make sure it covers this area and it forms a design on its own as well. So sew it so many times as possible. So this is it. You put this ostrich quill and use this brooch to attach it. You can say it, use your gum on it. There's nothing so difficult about it. Later on, you fix your Alice band under with your gum as well. Okay, now this is the way the design is. This is how it looks like when it is worn on a manicure head. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.